Let's see here. Also, welcome everybody to today's live stream. Let's see here. I'd like to have a little bit more lighting on in here. Hopefully my Wi-Fi and internet so it stays stable too the whole entire live stream and don't run into any problems like I did a few days ago. But usually my Wi-Fi and internet seems to be a little bit better in the daytimes than later in the evenings. But we'll just have to see. Oh my goodness. Hopefully today's live stream comes through a little more clear. I'll just see this if I can I took down a few things, as you see, I decided yesterday night from yesterday's live stream to keep the building and like some things overnight. Usually after each live stream, I show everything, then I take it apart, I build, and then after everybody has seen it, I take everything apart so I have all these Legos to reuse to build for or do things with whatever or for the next live stream. But yesterday night, after yesterday's live stream, I decided to save some things. I took some things apart and edited some things earlier this morning for this live stream today because I decided I was going to do something else yet. That I was going to do some edits and see what else I can rebuild. And I still have plenty of Legos left over, enough to be able to do the small part build anyway. We'll see how far we get. Now, what I'm wondering is if I should do kind of like I did over here. Or if I should with today's edits. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna try this. Let's try a whole separate building. This one I might have to make a little smaller for this building, but it'll be right next door to this building. I thought I was gonna attach something on here, but we'll see how we do. On the other hand, I don't know if I'm going to have enough pieces and Legos to be able to do what I'm hoping to be able to do on this one or not, without taking all this apart. Every time before I start a live stream, it's something I try to really look for ahead of time. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how well prepared I've learned sometimes before doing like live streams. I know some people think it's impossible for things to run into like unexpected things during live streams because you prepared so well ahead of time. Well, that's not always the case. Sometimes things can come up right during a live stream that you didn't even expect. or or you run into a situation or right in the middle of when you're doing a live stream that you thought you had everything all down, like all prepared properly and everything else, and then it can happen, and then you just got to do your best to try to like come up with a solution. The part that I find sometimes a little bit hard, sometimes is keeping up online with adding parts or adding Lego parts or finding even online. Like last night, I was looking for some more window and door parts and some other accessories for my live streams, and I had one heck of a time even knowing what to type on the search or exactly where to be able to find some of the parts that I need or extra that I could really use. Or you can't find what you're looking for. The other situation that I came across the other night was the other day was oh yeah, I was I lost my train of thought again. It'll come back to me in a second, I'm sure. Also, what's the weather like for everybody so far? Here in Michigan, the weather's right now is being quite interesting. But doing things that it's not supposed to be doing, or here in Michigan, or right now as well. Believe it or not, but like right now, or here, after checking the weather, or here in Michigan, last that I checked the monthly our weather report on AccuWeather.com online, I've been keeping a close eye on some things that were getting kind of concerning, and some people might think that's great, that want to get away from winter and all that. Like, if they find out, for an example, that like here, I think starting tomorrow and the next day and the next day and then Monday, there's a couple of days where it's going to be way up in the 70s, but then along with it, the dew points, which high dew points can cause a lot of problems. And actually, the dew points that are up to 60% or over is when everything outside becomes oversaturated and sticky. And actually, it can make the current temperature rise and actually feel warmer or even hotter yet, and just pure miserable sometimes. But also, the more of those high dew points, 60% or over, that you get in a row too often, which you don't want to have, uh, that can lead to all sorts of different like problems and severe weather, tornadoes, and so forth. Although there's other things that can cause like severe weather too, but the main common like problems are those whopping high like dew points that cause the most amount of problems. Especially, it's not just here and there. Although it can make the outdoors sticky and uncomfortable and rise up the temperature, but I'm saying though that like what you don't want to have is, which is what part about the thing that I don't like about high dew points, especially nowadays in the summers, the last few summers we've been having, is once you get one high dew point, 60% or over, then it turns into like a stray cat or something that somebody feeds just one time, and then the next day it's back. Then it keeps coming back and back and back over and over until all of a sudden, boom, all these different problems, including the development of already existing health problems that people might have, or uh, or the development of new problems, or just like causing problems to the outdoors and outdoor enjoyment, and then anywhere from that, or to or the or it being responsible for tornadoes and all this other severe weather and all kinds of other problems. That's pretty much all that that high dew points do. They just come in, they seek, destroy, cause problems, and that's pretty much all that they really do. But anyway, back to what I was saying. When I checked on AccuWeather.com, it looks like also next week, Monday, I believe it is, or Tuesday, somewhere in there, one of those days. Again, I'd have to go back and look. It was going to go way up into the 70s, and it's not even March yet. It's not even May. And the actual real uh, season, spring, is called May. That are that for some reason our Michigan doesn't seem to know anymore what the difference between our seasons anymore. Or now, or what I like to call are nowadays broken Michigan like seasons that don't act correctly anymore. All of a sudden, the last few years, uh, one, it shouldn't be right now or anywhere in the 70s. It shouldn't even be getting that warm. And second of all, the dew point was getting like 57% or higher. That's really pushing it. That's not quite like bad yet, but it's not that far from turning into 60% and over. Like it's really pushing it. And technically, um, like all that that warm weather that they were showing or predicting here for Michigan, yeah, it shouldn't even be here. It shouldn't even be like really. It shouldn't even be like in the 50s anywhere yet. It shouldn't even be in the 60s, and especially not even in the 70s until a little bit into May. Not any time before that. And then the dew point should be at a very low level as well. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is wrong with our Michigan seasons, but I don't know what it's like where a lot of you are right now, because not everybody is from Michigan either. So It's hard for me to know what it's doing in every single location, well, so far. I think I'm going to have to start doing with the Legos. This building is probably going to be a little bit smaller, unfortunately. So I'll have to just use that to make that work. There. Oh, I got some of these left. Oh, that I can use to kind of hold this other together for the time being. Too much of this blue. green, though, is new. Well, I meant this green right here. This lighter green is new. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to see what I got in a second. Looks like I could do one more. I didn't even see I had these. Like all square pieces yet. Here I thought I was out of these square like blocks. And it's good to see. It was good to see up there when I happened to look up there that I have some of these left over, so I can do one more layer using these little square. Fortunately, I don't have any more doors or windows to be able to put on here, so I guess what I could have done is I could have made a cave right here. Maybe I should take some out and turn this into a cave. Or I can just leave it. I might just do that for right now. I might just leave it and do that in my next live stream. Like one member was trying to talk me into the idea, or was giving me the idea about making a cave sometime in one of my Lego building or live streams. Or whatever live stream next that I decide to do. Or I can't always guarantee that I'm always going to be doing Lego live stream videos or live streams. I mean, but it just depends on a lot of factors. Although they are fun. Let me work with this pink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, unfortunately, down. I'm going to make I'm going to turn this gray into something interesting. Because this was one part that I edited just recently. I took that down earlier this morning for this live stream. Keep looking up on the screen. Hopefully everybody's able to see and everything is going through clearly. The other day, my best friend, the Brit Guru, told me that some things for a little while were coming through on his end blurry. but then another member like told me that after a little while everything went through clearly, which was good to hear. So I guess we'll just see. I think I'm going to save some of this green. I might actually make do with the white, actually. Because the green, I would really like to be able to save. Actually, you know what? This might not actually work. And I can explain to all of you in a few why. Well, actually, you know what? No, this might work as long as I have enough brackets over there. Oh, because like the bricks that I have left that I was a little bit just thinking about is are not, with these gaps, so they don't reach that far, that long. Oh, so I wasn't for sure if this is gonna work. I might have to take this whole entire thing down. You know what? Maybe not. We can just be optimistic on this. I might have to stand to do this. Trying to make sure these little pieces are are nice and tight. All right, now here comes the part that I was talking about. You know what? This reaches, so we'll see. This is what I was concerned about. But it looks like I have enough of these big pieces, bricks. So this should clamp on really nicely. I just hope I have enough of these all later to go all the way around on these. All right. Now, should we try and see if I can find some green to go with this, or should I do like some red or orange? You know what? I actually just might just I might just do that. Let's start. Well, let's start with with some red. Let me see if I can get this tray down below, so I can work with this better. I might have to stand to do this. I don't know. We'll have to see. Sometimes it's nice to get to sit down and the thing is, it's pushing more pressure down on this. Oh, when I'm sitting down. Oh, yeah. So I might have no choice but to have to stand. Although sometimes it's good to do some standing, like more than sitting. Oh my goodness, this bar is coming apart a little bit down there. That's what I thought might happen. Although that happens sometimes. This one, of course, like I said before, we'll have to see with the pattern too. Like below. Orange. I might try to do like 2 rows or maybe 3 rows to make this a little stronger. Because usually when you do like 2 or 3 rows, it makes things a little bit stronger before you add on to whatever you're going to be doing next. You can make the frame a little bit thicker together. Let's see here. Get this. So far, I think I like that. Now we'll do some more green up here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. So I just noticed that some of these I have to extend to make this a little bit longer. So we'll have to see. I gotta see. Oh no, I gotta see if I can get some more little pieces real quick for that. That is, if I even have any more. Oh, I do. I don't have very much, but we'll see how this does. Now I just need one more. Really don't want to have to pull those out over there on that designing. I'm gonna see if there's any more in here. Well, I found some that don't. I found some in here that don't match. But that's not going to be a problem. There we go. Let's see if this fits. Hooray! All right, now I got to carefully do this again. Same pattern. Didn't know it was going to be so difficult to clamp these on. First one I got lucky and it wasn't like that, but this one, for whatever reason, was acting kind of tricky. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to get that stupid. Oh, there we go. Now, all right. Now we can add some more of this favorite color of mine in there. We'll start with some more red. Same thing as I did before. Same routine with this one. You just kind of take your time. Sometimes this is going to get a little bit tricky because you're not you're working and you're pushing pressure on thinner surfaces or below. And this can happen, as you just saw. Or other things that you're like that. This is what I'm talking about. Sorry, everybody. I just was getting kind of frustrated for a quick second there. Clamp in, stupid. And then you just kind of just push a little bit. And all your other stuff falls out. Trying to see here. I thought I had another bar in here. I guess I don't. Everything just falls out on me. Oh, I am getting so frustrated. I'm going to clamp this in a second. Also, so the rest of this junk doesn't fall out. Sometimes that just happens, unfortunately, especially when you're working with this stuff. There. I am so glad. Oh, I am so glad though to be done with that barring. Oh wow. This stuff is the hardest to work with. Let's go with some more orange. I kind of like that consistent pattern. And until I run out of these colors, I'll stick with the red and the orange. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some tea real quick. I'm very well. I'm not as crazy with my tea as I used to be, but I like the pear leaf tea. It's probably good that they changed the amount of milligrams of caffeine in these too. The amount of milligrams of caffeine. They changed the amount of milligrams of caffeine in this tea. It used to be 69 milligrams per little bottle of caffeine, and and I usually would drink two like every day, one time a day, and now they changed it to 47 milligrams, which even in one bottle of that 47 milligrams still, it might seem like a very low number to a lot of people, but that is more than plenty. Oh, ow! It pulled a muscle up in my oh, up in my arm. Ow! I probably got that when this Lego thing, like section right there was giving me a little bit of issues, and things kept falling out on me, and it got me kind of frustrated for a few seconds there a little bit ago for that quick little moment. But I tried to quickly remind myself though at the same time that it's only Legos. The thing about us silly humans, sometimes is the things sometimes, no matter what, they can get to us. Sometimes. I kind of like this consistent pattern that I've been doing with the orange, red, orange, red. What I'm thinking, um, what I'm thinking about doing in here is I'm thinking about making uh I'm thinking about putting something in here. I don't know if I should stuff it with fairy lights, or if I should use some of these LED candles. And this time, I'll make sure to check the batteries, which I didn't do this morning either. I really should just put that into my tablet. Actually, is what I should do under notes or business reminders or something would probably be better to use that feature, because then but then the thing is, then my phone or my tablet will keep annoying me every little while, beeping at me and going reminder or something like that, or something that reminds you it keeps alerting you every little while, and then the robot voice will remind you about whatever you wrote down, and it could be used all for businesses. That's what I had. I had to use that for mine for a very long time. But sometimes it can get very annoying because every little while your phone or device will keep chirping at you and yakking, and it'll keep reminding you, well, more than what you want it to. I think after this row, I'm going to do something with these where I'm going to make like something, but because this is thicker, I'm hoping, that I won't have the same issue that I had below. I don't even know if I want to try that again, because these were kind of, as you saw before, for a few there, those kept falling out when I was working on the top layer, and even as I was trying to hold some together, other pieces kept coming crashing out on me too, and falling on the floor, and it totally got to me. Well, for a few there earlier, and I don't know if it's worth me trying that again or not. You know what? Maybe I will. Cause or I could just keep this little part right here. But it would be good to have these little sticks an open bar looking like bars again all the way around, to make like a lantern out of with lights inside. But if I do this top layer again like I did down here, I'm afraid that these are going to keep popping out and falling and breaking on me, and I'm just so worried that it's going to get me frustrated again for a few there, like it did a little bit ago for a few seconds there. And it's not really something that I want. But maybe it won't happen with these thicker ones. Oh, these are a little bit tighter also. These clamp in a little bit tighter. Doesn't look actually like it does after all. You know what? I'm not even going to try that. Trying to see. Oh, good. I was just checking to make sure. I can't tell if my live stream video is coming through clearly or if it's blurry on everybody else's side or not. My screen is like viewing, is previewing and showing me like clearer picture. But I'm just kind of concerned whether it really is on the other side of the line or not. I could fix that sometime, like using a plug-in or device for my old photography like camera that's like a 4K quality or digital picture and video camera, but it only comes with a dinky small cord or with a USB cable. And I'm not sure if I plugged it into my MacBook Pro or laptop computer and use that as a camera and all that, and then get out my tripod. I don't know how well it will work, but also there's a few other things that might not be the quickest, simple, and easy either. Even then, it's hard to know. There's not like any guarantee that it can actually make your picture, your video recording like any better. Off and on, like like blurry, like like scenes and with video cameras can be caused by a lot of things. It's not just one thing is the problem. So it's hard to know if it's unstable or poor quality. Like Wi-Fi or internet connection. Sometimes it can be the quality off and on, or different like switchings of different like things like objects in the background moving that can make your camera eye or get confused and all that, or have a hard time focusing or trying to keep up, causing blurry like off and on or recordings. Sometimes it could be a malfunction in your camera's eye. Like for an example, when I lean forward, I notice that my screen goes a little brighter for a few, and then when I back away, it goes a little bit dimmer. Or if an object like moves kind of quickly, it changes focus like in and out. Sometimes it can be caused also by glitches. All right, let's go with I guess we'll go with the pink this time. I don't know where in the world my best friend the Brit Guru is right now. I let him know like earlier that I was doing live stream soon, and I noticed that he's still not here. It's not a big deal. I just don't know where he went or today. I'm not sure how this is gonna look. Speaking about like, if I have some LED candles in there. If I made this bigger, I could have fit like my huge lantern in, that was under glass. But unfortunately, it's not going to fit in here. What do I wonder? I wonder if I should do like pink and white, pink and white. Let's try that. Let's see how this looks. The idea is you want to. I would like to make this lantern oh higher than my original building from yesterday next door. Sorry, I have the sniffles. Come on. There. Wow. Huh. Seemed like no matter how hard I tried to push down on that other, I couldn't. I couldn't get that one Lego piece to clamp down. And I had to like really like I was trying to like really push in there. But like the thing is, when sometimes if you push down too hard, your whole entire like building process will come crashing down too, depending, especially with this thin piece of walling. Luckily, what I did is I just kind of wiggled and like went like this, with some pressure, but trying to take my time, and eventually I got it. But do you ever get those pieces sometimes where you're pushing down and no matter what, you just can't seem to get it down? As much as some might be wondering why I'm making this so high, but unfortunately, the surprise later that I was talking about that I'm hoping will work out to do inside. Oh, this has to be really high for that to work. And even then, I can't guarantee that my plan or this creative idea that I have is even going to turn out and work or look as cool as I thought or not. I would like to think so, but even although again I just ran into a situation where I had to use some of these blocks that don't match. I am so glad that I have some of these extra pieces that came with some of my new Lego pieces that I added onto my old ones the other day when I bought those. Oh, all right, purple. I think I'm going to do purple next. Next, we'll try the blue pattern. I'm trying as best as I can to keep a pattern going. Eventually I'm going to have to start probably after this doing just all camouflage color or dark green, and it's going to be just one solid color for the rest of the top wall. So unfortunately, I don't have enough assorted colors anymore, or to much longer to keep up with the same striping patterns. I would like to have more purple again to to do more striping. But unfortunately, I just don't have. I just am running out of options on all these assorted colors right now. I guess I could do one more row. I might have enough for one more row of blue, and then unfortunately after that, I'm just going to have to go to the camouflage. The camouflage is just going to have to be all one solid color. All right, now let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, I do have a little bit of purple left, I noticed, but like, I don't think I'm gonna have. You know what? I actually might be able to still do one more purple. I'm surprised. I didn't think I would have enough of these color. Right, this might look a little funny with the mixture because then I have some light purples if to help me finish if needed with this purple like row. For now, we'll see how we do on this. Oh, darn it all. Of course. Everything's falling apart below on this side. Again, and it's in a position that I can't fix it. I can't tighten these below. I am getting very. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take some pictures of this. I'm running into some technical situations. I don't know if you could see that, but like everything below, these bars are falling apart. The whole entire base down here and areas are going in. I can't push on the top. I can't seem to tighten these below. The whole entire thing is about to collapse and all that. This building isn't turning out. Also, I just noticed that I just got one of those scary Amber Alert things on my phone. Let's go check and see what nonsense all that is all about. Last time it was something, I guess, really ridiculous. This time, let's see what. Oh wow! All right, everybody. This time, it wasn't some like a ridiculous one. But again, it's nothing but foggy out. Well, there's no severe weather out there, but I just noticed now. I just got one of those scary Amber Alerts on my phone, and it says emergency alert, National Weather Service, tornado warning in this area until 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Take shelter now in a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building if you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Check media. Ha 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 ha, yeah, right. Half the time, nowadays that are nowadays Michigan, are young nowadays Michigan, like weathermen say anything or anything about storm wise, half the time they're wrong, or it's nothing at all. Looking outside, even it's not even raining out. It's not storming. It's not raining. There's a little bit of mist out there, and it's dark, but like still considered daylight. It's doing nothing out there. I'm looking right out my windows right now. There's not even one bit of wind, no nothing. It's probably just another boy, the boy who cried wolf way one too many times. Like they've been doing a lot lately. Last summer, some strange things too. When I had some landscapers working at my place. One evening the sunset was out, and I got a severe weather alert. And the service usually is only supposed to alert you if something is with the way my service is on my phone. Or I'll only get severe weather alerts if something is severely and really bad to protect me for on the go and when I'm out and about. But lately there's been all these false alarms. Even then, and just including like last summer, out of nowhere, I got an alert. Beep 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 on my phone. Warning: the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Blah 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 blah, and all this other. And then I look outside, and the sun's out. There's a beautiful sunset. No nothing, and lately that's all nowadays that it turns out all being. So I bet you this scary Amber Alert all of a sudden. It's like a kid that like runs into a building, and on the way out the door, if nobody's watching, yanks down on the pull station, sounds off the fire alarms, and runs out the door and leaves when there's no need to pull it. Pretty much about the same in my books. I bet you this thing, tornado my eyes. Yeah, right. I'm just gonna keep right on. I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna keep right on. See, it's even getting brighter outside right now, and it looks like the sun's trying to come out. I don't know if our Michigan weather station is having like issues all with their machines or whatever, but like this is just getting ridiculous. All the years I remember, when I was young and from growing up, whenever we got actual severe weather warnings, advisories, and so forth, we got it. And we only like got alerts and notified if something was actually really happening. Unlike the boy who cried wolf way one too many times nowadays, it turns out nothing at all, and nothing more than like a kid yanking on the fire alarms when not needed and running out the door. I'm gonna take a screen snapshot picture real quick of this ridiculous Amber Alert. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that now. It's just nothing more than a false alarm. I'm just so beyond getting sick and tired of those, like false leading, false alarms. The other thing is then those apps just scare people, and and if you're out on the go, let's say out in the community, you have to it makes you think you got to hurry into the nearest building somewhere or store or wherever to take shelter, and then you find out later that it was nothing more than a false alarm and just totally is disruptive of what you're in the middle of. It's probably nothing more than what that is. Anyway, I'm gonna keep right on like with this other now. I'm gonna leave this top part alone on my Lego. I'm not even gonna pay attention to those alerts anymore. I'm beyond sick of it. So now back to this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Can't see if it's blurry or not. Oh, it looks good. I think I'm gonna make like a little tiny, around this, like base or some kind. Let's see. I can. All right, I just got another alert. This time, all right, this time it says light rain will soon. Expected to start at your location at 3:31 p.m. and last 9 minutes. Ha ha ha! Yeah, sure. Let's add a little bit of black right here. Make this look. Let's see if I can Add a little bit of gray right there. Let's see. I can put that like that. I can always straighten these out later if needed. Hopefully you can see all right, like all clearly, like down here, like what I'm doing. Oh yeah. If I work with any more on that top part, this whole entire thing is just gonna go cave in or fall out either way. Haha. Time sensitive. Lightning alert. Lightning detected within 10 miles away from your location. View lightning map now. Yeah, right. Same old nowadays. If I hear any thunder or lightning or see any raining going on or whatever, and I see it getting dark outside, I'll believe it if I see it or I hear anything. Until that time, I'm gonna keep thinking it's a host, like half the other times. Now, the other thing is, if it was that severe, the emergency or tornado and weather sirens would be like going, and I'd hear those. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Add a few of these. Put a couple of these together, and I'll see what I can do. let's see. I think another thing that just came in mind. Yeah, I think Michigan here in Michigan, I think Michigan needs all new weathermen. Is another thing I think. And I think that they also should get fined or every time that they send out false alarms and false severe weather alerts and tornado warnings and other when there's nothing. That should be considered a federal offense too. Similar, just like when little kids pull on the fire alarms in buildings near the exit doors and then run out the door and leave when there was no reason to yank down on those anyway. My books, it's just about just as bad, just about the same thing. All right, I'll give it a little bit more. Add these two things together. Let's see. Next thing you know, our Michigan whole weathermen will be alerting everybody all that there's dinosaurs loose and all over around in Michigan. use some of this brown. I really like this brown, the way this brown looks. Put a few of these together. Now, trying to think what I should do next. Oh, shut up. Now what? Emergency alert. National Weather Service tornado warning in this area until 4:45 p.m. Eastern time. Back to that again. Again, take shelter now in a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Check media. Ha ha ha. Yeah, again. Just keep doing that. Keep sending me all these false alarms. Put these. I can't even reach in here hardly. Oh, there we go. There. trying to see if I can get this red in here. Really like how this clamps down. And again, I hope that you're all able to see what I'm doing right here. Then again, some might wonder, like, oh, and what if some people ignore, and or something does happen, or and somebody gets like, oh, like injured or so far or worse? Well, that's on all these nowadays, like, oh, Michigan meteorologists. Then, oh, it's their problem. Then, oh, they can be liable, or because that's what's going to happen with all these false alarms and the boy who cried wolf way one too many times, and that, oh, and where they like keep sending all these false alarms and all these false, oh, scary Amber Alerts on everybody's phones and other devices when not needed, when there's not really anything for real out there happening. Then sooner or later it's just going to be a host, and people are going to just think, people are not going to pay attention anymore. It's going to be nothing more than just a false noisy alarm, or noisy alarm, I guess. It's been happening so many like flipping times all of a sudden the last few years that I'm beyond sick and tired of it, and it's been very well disrespectful in a way, but also very disruptive, and therefore nowadays it kind of has no meaning. And I guess that's on them. Sooner or later, people are going to start ignoring that stuff. Kind of like I'm doing right now. There's not one little bit of rain outside going on, looking out the window out there right now. There's no rain. It's bright outside. Well, I mean, cloudy, but like still bright. It's not raining. There's no lightning, no thunder, no nothing. And there's no wind. There's no nothing. Oh, see, I have a little piece right here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna silent my phone. Oh, so I don't hear any more Amber Alerts or and other. Technically, I would say I wouldn't encourage people to do that, but like technically around here, because all the things I just told you, there's an excuse for it. And also that's what emergency tornado sirens are for. And unless I start hearing like, seeing a ton of flashing and bright flashing and a bunch of like, thundering, and or it starts raining outside and getting dark and all that, like, I'm just gonna ignore. Oh, also, I was gonna mention my cousin Matt, is a meteorologist, down in Miami, Florida, where he lives nowadays. But he also keeps track in Michigan. And if there really was something for real, I would have gotten notified long time ago in the last little bit since I've been getting these false leading nonsense or tornado warning, like Amber Alerts on my phone and all these other false leading, false alarms, alerts. And I haven't heard anything from him, so that's even another indicator right there. That it's just nothing. They're just they're just trying to scare everybody here in Kalamazoo or whatever. Anyway, I would like to be able to do some stuff on the top of this, but the second I touch that up above, like I said, everything's just going to collapse down. All right, looking outside too. Guess what's coming out? The sun's coming out. It's getting nice and bright out there. The sun's coming out and everything. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think if there's anything else that you'd like to see. Let's see real quick if any of these candles work. I still don't think I found the right remotes to these. Because again, none of them work. I mean, the batteries, I'm saying probably, but the remote controls aren't seeming to turn these on, so I don't know. Well, let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions, comments about anything that I said in this live stream. But also, if you have any ideas or anything else you want to see. There was my cousin Matt a minute ago. I just got a text up above looking at the screen. But he was saying, from my reply from earlier this morning about that it looks like a lot of areas are going to be under a El Nino later this spring. However, though, but he did not say one bit of anything with any of this other nonsense or alerts or any of that other, though. However, and that's another indicator that it's all just a host. Anyway, let me know what you think about this live stream. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful evening. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.